Hi guys, I'm Lisa.
And I'm Natasha.
And we were wondering,
are you free for coffee?
Welcome. Okay. We're on the World Wide Web, and there's an article from Bold, which I'm not, Bold is new to me, so I don't know if they're what they are. I don't know really what it is. But the article is titled Why Some Men Walk Away from Their Wives After Decades Together. But reading the article, I think it crosses genders.
It's why people
I think
walk away.
It's both.
It is.
Because we have done some things we did gray divorce and some of those, and now meno divorce. You're hearing about women that are going through menopause that want a divorce. So it's kind of the same thing.
It is.
So we'll just say people.
Y'all don't get offended. But
okay, they start craving growth.
Yes.
So when one partner is growing, they're doing things, they're learning new things, new hobbies, new interests, and the other person is kind of stuck in their who they are. That's who they are. They're not changing. That's kind of a sticky wicket. So 2 is the emotional connection is gone. And that ties in with if you're growing and the other person isn't, then you're in different places. So you would be, your emotional paths are not on the same thing.
Yeah,
so,
no.
There's some issues there. And then also if a person is stuck, they tend not to really too much care about your emotional needs or wanting to connect with you because they're just in that same place.
They're in that same season.
Like what I'm doing worked before,
they're in a holding
and
pattern.
Why doesn't it work now?
Yeah, they're in a holding pattern, but you're not going anywhere.
Right. And face it, just know this, across the board, spiritually, in your relationships, at the job, nothing is static. You're either sliding back or you're moving forward. You don't really just stay.
No one does.
You don't. No. They're experiencing a midlife crisis. So, that's kind of a term that I think kind of a catch-all term for people that reach a certain age and just want to be different.
Yeah. Now, and I think there's like some negative connotations, but honestly, like a midlife crisis could be you've been financially irresponsible and then you just one day realize like, no, I need to get my stuff together. And that may not align with your partner who is used to you being just really frivolous and not caring. So it's not always, I went out and bought a Maserati. Like that's not always, I think we kind of see that a lot, especially like in media production type of thing.
Concerning men, especially women don't tend to, women lose husbands. That's what they do. They don't really, it's not the car or anything.
But it's really just, it's like a light bulb moment where you reassess everything and you want it to be different.
You just want to reinvent yourself. Yes. I think that's really what it is.
I agree.
The unresolved conflicts have taken their toll. So any long-term relationship, there's conflict.
Yes.
And some of them don't get resolved.
Yes. And some of them don't even really, you can't really even address it or.
Yeah, they become just so radioactive. You can't even bring it up. But it's exhausing, someone that just, you don't feel seen. I think that's really the thing.
I agree.
And if that goes on for a repeated length of time, that can wear your relationship down. They feel undervalued and unloved. Now I know that's on both sides. That's on both sides. So
y'all, I'm trying to guard my face as we read these.
Yeah. But it just and that just shows you if you're in a relationship with anybody, please and thank you. Isn't it? Just please and thank you. And just know that whatever they do, they don't have to.
They don't have to.
Because there's, once again, the World Wide Web, you can read about all kinds of folks that are doing none of that.
Yes.
I mean, and they're married, they're supposed to do certain things and they're
not doing
not.
any of it. Yes.
So if you have a responsible husband that, pays the bills and goes to work and does the things, thank you.
Hit them with a thank you.
Yes.
Hit
and if you have a wife
you.
that cooks and sees to the kids and, she probably has another job and she does all the things, a thank you is warranted.
It is.
So that really just simple etiquette. Manners.
Yes.
Yeah. They're having an affair. So don't know what to say about that, but just infidelity. Now this is talking about midlife, but that can happen at any stage. Any point,
yeah.
So, and if that does happen, that's just something that you have to navigate and decide if you want to navigate. I mean, you don't have to, you don't even have to engage with that.
Yeah.
But, that's up to you. But that is a very complex situation.
Yes.
A lot of people have successfully navigated it, but that is something. They have different life goals.
Yes.
So, this is kind of like the Golden Bachelor. Remember, he wanted to retire and live on the lake and fish and do the things. And she was still working
and loved it.
Yeah, loved her job. Had worked very hard to get at this job or to be in this position. She was in a more urban area,
and near her,
and not so rural. Everybody lived. Her kids or grandkids lived nearby. They just had really different life goals.
Yes.
So, yeah, the financial stress has become too much. So, I mean, things happen. Sometimes it's irresponsibility, but sometimes it just happens. Markets crash, housing markets crash. Sometimes bad investments are made to nobody's. It really wasn't anybody's fault. Yeah. It looked like it was a good thing,
but it turned out not heavy to be, on the relationship.
But it's very tough. Yeah. That's a tough one to be in. And sometimes that's the death of the relationship. They feel a loss of identity.
I think that happens a lot.
I think you become a we and not
individual,
just a me.
And I think there's danger in that because not everything has to be navigated as a joint.
Well, and then especially in these long-term things, it's like Play-Doh. You got blue Play. Your kids play Play-Doh. You got blue and you got yellow, and somebody mix it. It's green. Once you do that, you can't unmix it. Yeah. It's green. You can't extract the blue or the yellow.
And keep the yellow.
And that's kind of in a relationship, a long term. You've been together so long, it's green.
Which is why I think personal hobbies are so important.
Yes. And your own set of friends, your own set of interests.
Yes, I agree.
That where you can keep your yellow.
Yes.
I mean, merge some needs to be green, but you still need some parts that are separate.
Yeah. You need your own things that bring you joy.
Yes. Their health issues have shaken them up. And we've, things have been in the news with this, or I'm sure you have friends and people, and this can be in any age too. Let's face it, people of all ages get sick and die even. But, a heart attack, a serious diagnosis, something that brings to light your own mortality, that will make you think about your life. And then at some point if that's not what you want to be doing, you're kind of trying to get out. And I get that. Yeah.
And then statistically, just because this article was titled Men,
yes,
statistically, far more men leave their wives when they're sick than women leave their husbands when they're sick. So some of the change is, I think it was close to 70%.
Yes.
That's crazy.
When a wife gets a serious diagnosis, a high percentage of men can't deal with it, and women
at over 50%, which is that's an extreme
and
number.
Women will stay and be a caregiver,
and that was close to between 10 and 13%.
Yes, so
of women that left. So
that's kind of scary.
Yeah,
the boredom is unbearable. And I think that ties in with several of them, like just staying the same, being stuck. It's just the shampoo, rinse, repeat thing, day in and day out. Yeah. And you just want to do something different. Yeah. That's a tough one. And if the partner doesn't want to do anything different, then that can be the death of the relationship. They grew apart years ago. So it's once again,
I feel like that is the most common out of everything that we've read. But they are intertwined. I think especially people with kids, they wake up one day, and if they don't have that, that was the thing that kept them together, really.
Right.
It was like, oh, we're doing this for the kids. And then you wake up, you don't know this person. They don't know you.
So that was the commonality, the children.
That was the common ground. And then that gets removed.
Yeah. They're influenced by other people. So, there's like a study, if in your friend group, a couple divorces, how that affects the other friend groups. And sometimes you'll see that there'll be some others that
domino effect
will get divorced too. Some of it is the realization, oh snap, I don't have to stay. Do you know what I mean? Like, true. Oh, they did it. She did it. He did it. I can do it too. So that's and it gives you the courage. I think the courage to leap.
Yeah.
When you see someone else do it. So that's some of it. And some of it
is that grass is green. I went out with a friend recently, whose name I won't mention. And he and I were discussing people we know who got divorced and yada, yada. And he was like, but how silly is it? Like, you left a good woman and now you're in the streets complaining about the people. You're looking for the very qualities that you left. And he was just saying, like, you get around folks and they make the grass seem greener and you run to the other side. And it's really, so I agree with you. I think sometimes it's the revelation of like, oh, this is undoable. Like this can be undone. Yes, but I also think sometimes it's the influence of that grass is greener.
Well, and it's the 80-20 rule.
Yep.
You get 80% and there's 20% of stuff your partner does that drive you crazy. And some people will leave the 80% and find someone who has that 20%, not realizing they don't have the 80. They just have those 20, the things that are missing in your partner. You can
and you're
find
hyper
someone
fixated
else,
on those
20. But that person
yeah.
doesn't have the 80.
They don't.
And so you get over there and they are doing the things that the other partner wasn't doing, but it's only 20%. So
which is really not sustainable.
Too.
That's right.
Yeah. So that's all you're going to get.
Yeah.
Just newsflash, 80-20. Nobody is 100%. No. Nobody. We all have off days. Mm-hmm. We all have our little quirks and weirdness and whatever. But if you had a pro and con list and the pro list far exceeds the con, then you're in the 80-20.
Yeah.
Now you can try to find that the con list in somebody, but chances are
they're not going to have the stuff from your pro list.
They're not.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
It's just what it is.
Their love life is non-existent.
We have talked
about sexless marriages and
a great representation of this in case you're kind of wondering, like, how is this?
Yeah.
Please watch 3 Women. This is also Stars.
A book. It's not new. No,
it's not actually.
Well, it's fairly recent, but it's not new.
Yeah.
And some of y'all probably already seen it, but it was new to us.
Yes.
And it's so
we binged it last week.
Done.
Yeah.
It's really not a feel good, but it's very
but it
contemplative. Like you will watch it and just it's such a good discussion.
And it explains most of this list, doesn't it?
It does.
It explains
really
most
does.
of this list.
It does.
It was really good.
The mutual respect has left the building. Mm-hmm. And that's sad. Just when you can't be
respectful to one another,
to your partner, then it's probably time to leave.
Oh yeah. You've had you've ignored some serious red flags, or you've had some serious damage when you've hit a point where you simply don't respect the person.
Yes.
Because by and large, we meet strangers and have some level of just kind of that communal care or just introductory level of respect.
Yes.
So if you've hit the point where you don't respect the person,
when you can't even do that,
then obviously there's some.
So it's just a list.
Issues.
It's very interesting.
It is.
It's kind of, you can go through it and
kind of, if you want to go the mile, you want to go the mile with your relationship, pay attention to how not to get into these.
Right. And up your game. Like, oh, dang, I haven't been doing that.
Yeah.
I haven't been very respectful. I haven't been appreciating my spouse and all they do. I mean, it's not too late to change. If you're still in it, it's not too late.
It's not too late.
Now,
that's right.
Once somebody's left, I don't know. But
better luck next time.
Right. But if you're still in it and you want to stay in it, then this is a good checklist for you of what not to do and to and just keep growing as a person. You know, we all need to keep growing. Well, let us be your wingman.
This one's good.
Have y'all been to a happy hour lately? You know, happy hours in our younger days, that was a thing. You know, that was a big thing. Happy hour, happy hour. And especially when you're broke, because the drinks are real cheap. And a lot of times it would be free. A lot of the food would be free back when I was in doing happy hour. But I have recently rediscovered happy hour, and there's so many good ones. The drinks are very inexpensive. The food is inexpensive. It's a very lively atmosphere, but
it's also economic.
It's economic. Once again,
we're looking
for your budget.
And if you have somewhere you really want to try, I think happy hour is the way to go.
It is,
because there's nothing worse than paying full price and you don't like it at all.
Yeah.
But at least with happy hour, you get a feel for the atmosphere, the vibe,
and then you can say, "Oh, this is a good place. Let's come for dinner."
Right.
Yeah.
You can always
commit.
Yes. So that's like your free trial.
It kind of is free, but it's cheap trial.
It's your inexpensive trial of like, do I like this?
So the one that I went to, the drinks were $5, I think, and they had a really good blueberry something. Ooh.
Okay.
And the food was $10 and under, I think, and it was all really good. You know, and there's small plates. You know that there's just little appetizer-y type things, but you can get full.
You can,
honestly, you can. But they're fun, and they're fun to go with a group. So you can invite, some of your friends, kind of lively. Just meet up. It's very lively and fun,
and usually at a safer time. Like,
yes, it's usually right after work.
Yeah, it's right after work.
So maybe from
your
6
kids
to 8,
may still
5
be
to
in
7,
childcare type
something
of thing.
like that. You can come after work. So that it's just
and get relaxed.
Rediscover happy hour.
That's it. Yeah, I'll tag some in the DFW area that I like, and they may have them in your area, they may not, but I mean, you can always Google like best happy hour near me, and someone's going to have happy hour. Yes. Okay, loves. Thank you all for pulling up a chair and joining us for coffee. Please subscribe to Are You Free for Coffee podcast wherever you're listening. We hope that you enjoyed today's episode and find joy in the little things.
Thanks, guys.
Till next time.